Welcome back to another board game tier list, everybody. This time we are doing Axis of Villains, a Justice League strategy game that you could buy at Target back in the day. This is actually a game that I like a lot. It's a cooperative game, which means you are all working together to destroy a bunch of monsters, or a bunch of villains, essentially, that come out that are trying to destroy your space station. So if you destroy them before they destroy the last section of your space station, you win. So in this, we're going to be doing the superheroes that you can play against, aka the characters. So S is the best, F is the worst. Okay, so here we have Superman. So essentially, based on who the villain is, if they are one of your villains, aka the same color as you, so in this case red, you'd roll 2 dice when attacking them. If they are not, you would roll 1 dice, or 1 die. So each character has 2 abilities. Superman's first one, which you can use if you use certain cards in certain sectors. But Superman moves 1 villain of his choice in his sector back to the outermost space. So that is a very solid ability. There's certain characters that are like the big bads, whatever the term is for that. That if they get to the center, they'll destroy the entire thing instead of just one section of it. So that's incredibly valuable against them. And then faster than a speeding bullet, move Superman, another hero, to any space. So good. Yep, so we're actually starting with the best one. Superman is going to be S tier. The fact, essentially, in this game, the key is that you never lose anything. Everything you do has to be successful. Or pretty much almost everything you do has to be successful. So if you are attacking a 6 health person you're attacking a 6 health villain with 1 character and rolling an 8-sided die, you only have a 25% chance of destroying it by yourself. But if you bring someone else with you, you would either have 2 dice or 3, depending if he's one of your or your partner's villains. So Superman is a great character to make sure that you are defeating as many things as possible and to help move people around. Also, you get more cards. Each character who participates in the battle will get to draw 1 card when they defeat a monster, essentially. So this just helps you get more cards, which helps you win the game. So essentially, this is a game where if you fail early on, it's going to be very hard for you to win. But if you succeed very early on, it'll keep snowballing and you'll be better and better and better. Next, we have Green Lantern. Shielded flight. Green Lantern may move another hero to the space he is on. That's a good ability. It's solid, just like Superman's. And then Hero Construct. For this turn, Green Lantern rolls 2 dice in the combat against villains of another hero. Essentially, as I mentioned earlier, you would roll 2 for your hero, or 2 for your villains, and then 1 for everybody else. He can essentially ignore that. So this is very, very good as well. Yeah, this might be S tier as well. We'll have to see. Batman. Do they actually not show their names on these? That's kind of funny to me. Other heroes may play power cards during battle this turn. So normally, only the active player can play the battle cards. So that's a solid ability. And then Batline. Move Batman to any space adjacent to another hero. Neither of those I actually love. I think he's just B because they're both situationally good. No, I think situationally good belongs to C tier. Batman's gonna be C tier, unfortunately. Flash. Helping Hand. The Flash rolls 1 die and then moves another hero up to the number of spaces rolled. So that can be really good at moving people around. And then Future Sight. The Flash may roll for combat before deciding to attack. Okay, so Oh, this is another one that unfortunately is just situationally helpful, but not great. The problem with this is Helping Hand essentially is just a worse version of Shielded Flight or Faster Than a Speeding Bullet. So that's a huge downgrade. And then Future Sight, that means you would be spending a... The only thing that happens when you lose a combat is you go back to your starting zone, which is the middle of the map. So in order to use one of your cards to activate this ability, just to decide that you are not going to attack or that you are going to attack, but not to help you win that attack, is crazy. So as I'm talking more, part of me thinks he should go to an F, but we'll leave him in C. And then these two are characters that I think were unreleased, but yeah, so here we go. So this is Wonder Woman, Lasso of Truth. Stop adjacent villains from moving until the end of your next turn. Yeah, that's very good. Bulletproof bracelets. Add 2 to your combat roll. If you lose, treat the combat as if it was a tie instead, which means you wouldn't have to retreat. Back to the center, that is. And the +2 is a helpful bonus as well. So part of me wonders if she had... Yeah, I'd wonder about the FAQ for Lasso of Truth, because if she was just in the middle of the base, does that mean she could just activate that ability and make no one be able to move towards her? AKA destroy your thing for the whole round? I don't know about that one. I think she's just a solid B tier. Good abilities, not game breaking. And then last but not least, we have Aquaman. Telepathic Assault. Aquaman reduces the defense value of one villain in the same space by 2. Which is pretty much a worse version of Bulletproof Bracelet, but okay. If Aquaman succeeds in an attack against a villain, all other villains in the same space move back 1. That is actually... The Trident attack is an actually bad effect. If they are in the same zone as you, you want the villains... You don't want to move anybody, because that's how you can pile up a bunch of heroes in one spot, and then if the villains in there don't move, aka Lasso of Truth, all of them attack together. But if you move the villains back a spot, then all your heroes have to move forward, and they're each attacking individually until everybody else gets in there. Man, I really don't love that. I think we'll go with that. I think that's our tier list, everybody. So thanks for watching. If you can find Axis of Villains, it's a great game.